Today we are doing a pick a card video for May 2024. I have cards 1 through 5, so think of your number now. Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer and your practical tarot reader, and I'm the author of the video course, Tarot Reading the Natural Way. There's a link in the description. Today we are doing a pick a card video for May 2024. This card will represent the opportunities and challenges you could face in May of 2024. I have cards 1 through 5, so think of a number and we'll get started. If you chose card number 1, you get the Knight of Swords. Now this means that you are riding fearlessly into the future. That is, whatever project or opportunity is in front of you, you are going for it, and you should. Now the interesting thing about this is, even though swords are about thoughts and planning, we can see from this card there's very little planning going on. This is about just charging forward as though you have never failed before and that you can't possibly fail in this. As you do, of course, you may stumble along the way and you will learn lessons, and those lessons will be valuable. But this is more about moving forward, and this is like massively moving forward on something that you wanted to do. And so if you've been wondering, if you've been going back and forth, this is charge forward, go full speed ahead. The other thing about this card is it is a card about enthusiasm and kind of that innocent excitement and curiosity. And so, one of the reasons that a lot of projects fail, whether a person's going back to school or whether they're starting a business, is they get bored or they get discouraged by having to do the same things over and over again to get the results that they want. And so this is about looking at things with fresh eyes and fresh enthusiasm. And so if you're in a situation where you've been in the project for a while, this is to look and see what's new about it, what's exciting about it, and bring that energy to the forefront so that you can charge forward and take it on. If you chose card number 2, you get the 5 of Wands. This is a really interesting card because wands are about action, and we have a lot of action going on here. But we have an action that is playful. It is something where, yes, it's quite possible that if you're not paying attention, you can get bonked in the head. But in general, this is about having full focus on what you're doing because there's a lot going on around you and because you're doing a lot. And so in practical terms, what this is that there are a lot of things you need to be doing. There's a lot of maybe plates you're spinning or, balls in the air, but you can handle it, especially if you turn it into a game. And so I'm sure you've heard about the gamification of different things, and that is, like trying to get the dishes done before the microwave bings, or finding a new way to fold laundry. I mean, those are some really mundane examples. So, but also, let's say you are doing sales calls. The gamification of that is how to make 100 calls in a day, or how to tweak what you say on the call to increase your sales record, things like that. So this is looking at life as a little bit more about fun and games, even though you might be doing something that feels pretty ordinary or everyday. But this also says take a lot of action now, take massive action now, because otherwise you are going to get bonked in the head. And so that is to be aware of all of the things that need to be done, and maybe get your checklist out and start checking them off, because this is a time for action. If you chose card number 3, you get the Chariot. This means that you are completely ready to move forward. I mean, if you look at the picture here, you can see that this individual is decked out in their armor, and it's fine armor too. It is attractive, like this is a successful person. They show that they have the star at their third eye, so that their mind is open. They can see things from both a logical way and also an intuitive way. The canopy of stars above them say that the universe is helping them out. They have everything that they need to move forward. All they need to do is take the reins and get the sphinxes up, and off you go. So what this is saying is that it is time for you to commence something, to begin something. You are already, there's no more planning needed, there's no more back and forth. It's just time to move forward on something that you're planned and prepared for already. And of course, this doesn't have to be a business thing. This could be a new relationship. This could be about moving or starting a friendship. Just grab hold of the reins and say, giddy up, and off you go. If you chose card number 4, you get the Hanged Man. Now, this would indicate that something has occurred in your life recently that's kind of turned your world upside down. And you can see this card as that maybe you're stuck, or maybe, others have put you into this precarious position. But you can also now see the world from a new perspective. Now, we know this to be true because of the halo around the head of the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is gaining enlightenment because the world's upside down, because he is seeing things from a different perspective. Now, he also only has one foot tied, and so it is possible, if he has enough core strength, to free himself, but he is also not gagged. He also could say to people around, hey, I need some help here. So what I think is going on is you look at something that maybe has come out not as you had hoped, or maybe you've been thrown some sort of loop by the universe of having to change jobs or having to move or change relationships, and now your world is very, very different. But now you're seeing it from a different perspective, and from that different perspective comes enlightenment, which we see as the halo. And then once you get the learnings from this, then don't hesitate to say, hey, I need some help here, and ask the people around you for help, and you will get it. If you chose card number 5, you get the Strength card. Now, this is a beautiful card that says that you don't have any reason now to be afraid. You don't need to fight, you don't need to scream, you don't need to run away. The most ferocious beast around is a kitten to you. And so oftentimes we can go through the world so on guard and so worried that something's going to jump out at us. But this is a card that says you already know how to handle even difficult problems. You have experience, you have skills. And so it's time to lean into that and to come to a place of relaxation and peace. If you look around and live in the moment, where you probably have a place to lie your head, food to eat, electricity, running water. You have those things, and this is like taming the most ferocious beast, where you have those basics. And from there, then you can move on to the other things that you want. Now, we see above her head the symbol of infinity, and this is the idea that life is not linear, that it comes in cycles. And so with every ending, there is a new beginning. And we see her with the flowers in her hair and around her waist to represent the abundance that she has in her life, and she has access to it. She has the white gown on that represents clear thinking. So this is about that you have nothing to fear. So let go of your fears, and then you will see that the most ferocious thing around is just a kitten. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in learning to read the tarot, check out my video course, Tarot Reading the Natural Way. And there's a link in the description, and I will see you in the next video.